Good morning. Welcome to Planet Mojo. Today I'm going to be putting up the ShelterLogic greenhouse. Before I load the greenhouse up on that, well, first thing I gotta go do is dump the wood out of there, then load the greenhouse on the back of that and set it up. But right here is the turnbuckle system that I use to hold down this shelter. I'm going to be doing the same thing on the greenhouse. These are basically identical, I think. I'm not sure. I don't know if the greenhouse is angled on the side or if it's straight up and down. I'll have to see. But anyways, the way that ShelterLogic wants you to attach this to the ground is just kind of sucky. So what I do, I drilled this hole. All this hardware is my own. The anchor is my own. And this has been on there for about a year. And this is how loose it is now. So I got to get in here. I can tighten it from here roughly and then fine tune it with this turnbuckle here and get it nice and tight before winter. The way these are set up, there's really no way to tighten it up, and these kind of lift up, you know, when they get a high wind it'll kind of rock the shelter to the side, and that yanks on this. After a while, this is an arrow type anchor. After a while these will not be able to pull up anymore, and it'll be nice and tight and it'll stay that way. But for a good long time they will have a little bit of give, so you really need a way to tighten them up like that. And you also yank on them and tighten them before you attach it to this. I'll show you how to do that when I set up the greenhouse. So let's go get at it. Okay, I got all this wood here. Still nice and dry because I kept it in the shelter over the rain that we've had the last few days. I think we got 4 or 5 inches altogether, which is not too bad, but this stuff would have been soaked. So what I'm going to do is just dump this stuff here. I'll stack it up and tarp it in a couple days or whatever. Today's the only day with low wind in the next couple days, so I really got to get the greenhouse up and not dick around with this. So I'm just gonna dump this and get out of here. Okay, I'm back about where it's going to be set up. This looks like where I'm going to put it right here. I don't really want to move all this crap, and it's not quite as even over there. This is like the flattest spot here. The platform here does not run north and south. This is probably dead on, with south being that way. I can't find a compass, so I'm gonna go with this. It should be damn near perfect. So now the greenhouse, it comes in 3 boxes. I don't know how much they weigh all together, but I think one of the boxes, possibly this one here, probably weighs about 80 pounds, somewhere around there. I think altogether it might weigh 150. Not too bad. So I'm going to debox this stuff, get it on the ground where I can get at it, and or get some of them on the ground, and we'll start into it. I know it doesn't take much tools. It probably takes a 7/16 inch wrench, and not a whole lot more than that. It's basically just a bunch of nuts and bolts of the same size. So whatever size wrench it is, that's likely to be it. But we'll get the instructions out and I'll show you those. This one. Okay. Where do And we got a parts packing list here. Don't know if we'll need that. I doubt it. The parts are pretty self-explanatory once you see them and once you see the instructions. Last time we put one of these together, the instructions were not that good, but I think they've improved them. I think I'll leave this one in here. Packing list on this as well. Hopefully all my parts are here. It's about, I think it's 29 degrees right now. These are where the, I guess you would call them purlins, or girts. The longitudinal members that run along the sides are attached with these plastic things. So it is below freezing, and working with metal gets your hands pretty damn cold. These are the anchors. They don't really want to come out of here. Yeah, I don't want to cut the box because I don't know if I'm going to use these anchors or not. I doubt it. So I'll save these for something else. These don't go through gravel very well, and they're just not that good. Yeah, this is really cold. Okay, these are the anchors that I am going to use. You pound these into the ground with a rod that it comes with. Oh, great. It doesn't have a hook on the other end. Well, that really sucks. Damn ShelterLogic. They just want you to loop it over. Oh, the ones I used on the other shelter are military spec. Much higher quality than the ShelterLogic stuff. I don't think I'll buy anchors from them again. Okay, big bag of hardware. Got a chicken picking on my leg. Get off of me. These are for the lower horizontal members, I do believe. These are the feet. And more of these. See, these would be the end ones, and then these go in the center ones. And the cover, actually, you have to put it together and then remove these to get the cover on. At least that's how you used to have to do it. Let's see if they changed that. And I'm guessing this is the ends and the cover. So just get this out of the way for now. Okay, we got some more poles in here. I don't see I think that's the instructions here. Those are the two ends. There's the instructions. And there's the ratchet straps. Whew, got a little breeze. Yeah, we chose today because there's only a 5-mile-an-hour wind today, even though it's really cold. But yesterday it was like 15, and tomorrow it'll be like 15. And if you don't get stuff done right away this time of year, it could be too late. It could start snowing or get an ice storm or something. So this has to go up today. Okay, let's get at it. Okay, the instructions are pretty much the same as they were before, but now without text, because they would have to put 10 different languages on it, and I don't know, they're just too lazy to do it or what. So let's see if we can follow along with this. It is pretty easy. Step one, we got to make this hoop, and these are the two, there's two of them. These are the ends. They have the curved foot on them. And then there's 4 of this type of part. Get this out here a bit. 4 of these, and these have a straight end, and they go into these feet right here. And they use 10 114 carriage bolts, and these 01010 nuts, and I do believe these are all 7/16. I think it has a tool. Yep, here we go. I don't know how well that's showing up, but 7/16 wrench, an adjustable wrench, ladder. I don't have the ladder. And this they want rope. That's for pulling the top over the top, but I'm tall enough to be able to do that. I don't know what the hell that is, but I guess we'll find out. Okay, let's start wrenching some parts together. Unfortunately, they lump 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different hardware sets all together in one big bag to save themselves some money and make it harder on you. There's only 4 of one thing, 14 of another, 24 of one, 20 of another, 62 of another. Yeah, that's just great. So they want you to sort that mess out instead of bagging stuff separate. And hopefully it won't be too hard. If all the nuts are the same size, it shouldn't be too bad. Yeah, you can see these have rounded end. These go on this would be up against the fabric, and I'll show you something later on why I can't connect the those anchors to the corners, because I don't have any bolts like this, and you can't really get them at the store. So there's 4 of one thing. So I should be able to get these sorted out without too much of a problem. Okay, that took, I don't know, 10 minutes. 10 minutes I didn't want to take out in the freezing cold, but 6 different things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So all of the nuts are the same, which is good. So these are just the little caps for the ends of the nuts. We found that on the other shelter, those disappeared within a week or so. They just fell right off. So I'll put them on and they'll fall off here too. Okay, let's start putting stuff together. Okay, so we got 2 of these. They have the curved feet, which are pretty easy to find. There they are, right in front of the chicken there. These top curved pieces, you have a 24, which has the male end, and a 25, which has the female end. And it's the same way on the 4 center hoops. So all of these curved parts are the same. There's 1 of each. The only difference in these is these end ones with the curved parts. So we have all the nuts are the same. So we got a 10114 bolt. I've marked them right here. And this is 10114 bolts. So all of the bolts are the same. So it's all these and these for the connections on these. All right, now I can start bolting stuff together. Okay, have all the frame halves assembled. One thing to watch out for is that these feet are on an angle. You want the angle to be the correct way for the hoop. You know, it's going to stand like that, so you can spin them around afterwards, but it's best to get them on right in the first place. So now, the next step on this is to get the end connected to the first. This is the end one of these here, and then one of the inside hoops. So you have A, B, C, and D. Oh, A, B, C, D, and E. They're all a little bit different because the ends, this one actually can be tightened down. They show you to hand tighten. That's what this goofy stuff means. Hand tighten everything. But these end ones are pretty much done, but I'll hand tighten them anyways. But they use these little standoffs go on the inside of the pole, and then yeah, they go like that, and then you got your cross members, which all three of these are the same. This is just a brace, and actually they only have a brace for one end, so I'm going to put that end into the wind, which would be right here. The wind, that's west that way, so the wind will be coming from west northwest over the winter and west southwest during the summer. Okay, and then all of the ones from here back have two pieces that go together through that bolt. That's why you gotta just put the nut on kind of loosely, then you gotta pull it out, slide that pole in, and then you can just work your way back with the hoops, which I'm sure is the next step. Yeah, just work your way all the way back to the back end, and you can see that you only have the angled stuff on the front. And the same thing on the top. You have to put the bolt through the two parts and then down through the frame. So you got to put the frame members together and then put the bolt through actually 4 parts on the top. But I'll show you how to do this stuff now. Okay, all of these 3 straight members here are 02031. It looks like there's only 3 of them. The rest of those are 2 other parts, 1 male, 1 female. So I think there is only 3 of them, but that's what you start with. And it looks like I might be missing some hardware, but we'll see. These here go on the top, and they're rounded so they don't poke through the skin. And let's see, where would they go? I think this one goes through here, and then the pole goes on the bottom on this one. But there should be 6, and I only have 5. So hopefully I'm not missing anything, but it looks like I might be. And that would really suck. But what I'm going to do is get these 3 pieces on, just kind of stand it up, put those 3 pieces on, then I can lean it up against the ladder and then tip the next one up to it, which shouldn't be too hard. I just got to make sure I orient it the right way. And right now I have it wrong. I have these the bolt ends facing outwards, and I need them to be facing the opposite way. Well, I'll just put these cross members straight up. Okay, I better get to it. Okay, these side ones are pretty simple. Just wiggle the bolt on through. There's a fat side that goes up against the side member or the hoop, and then a smaller one that I guess they would be girts on a regular building. And then you just finger tighten it because the next one will go through there. And you want it tight enough so that it keeps things stable. And then you just do the same thing on the other side. There's a dimple on the outside here, and your carriage bolt just fits right into that. Then this, and then you just wobble things around until it goes together. These are the bolts for the top. They're kind of flattened and rounded. Okay, upon further review, yeah, these are some jacked up instructions. But all right, C, the very front one, the bar goes underneath the hoop and it's bolted down through it, which is what I got. And then I did see this, but it just seems wrong. The rest of them, D, the bar goes on top. I mean, it makes sense if they were one way or the other, but I don't know. And then if you follow through onto the rest of them, the very back one is D as well. And that is on top. Why they show D on this side having another bar coming after it, I don't know, because the only one they show as D is right here. And C, they show them going across on the top. So, oh, maybe this dotted line just means it's not there. Who knows? So I gotta move this bar up to the top. Not too big of a deal, but I'm kind of short on time, so, and it's getting freezing cold out here, so I got to get this done. Okay, I figured out what the hell was going on here. I was looking at this drawing which showed D with the bar going under, and I had this page folded under, but on the very next page it shows B where it goes through and the bar is on the bottom. So now it makes sense. These ends, the plastic wraps over the ends, which is why the bars are underneath like that. And then on the top, it creates a ridge on the top so that it sheds water. So this is correct. Now, it's actually getting pretty late. It's kind of hard to tell. There's been no sun today. But I don't know if I'll be able to get to the next step. It's very involved. Okay, where are we? 5, 6. We're 6. Okay, 6 is just squaring it up. 7. The anchors. And then it shows, they don't even show how to put them on, which they're kind of a bitch to put on. And they actually go through the skin. Once you put the skin on, these lower bars go through pockets in the covering. Oh, I don't know if I was showing that. When you put the covering on, these lower bars go through pockets and then they're connected to the bars with these. This is for the ends and these are for in the center. So they have a bolt going through here. You actually have to take this one off to do it. And then these are put on and that's what holds it. So yeah, it shows them on before the cover is on, but it really doesn't show you where to put them because, well, I guess they got holes on this one. They didn't on the other one. We could just put them wherever the hell we wanted, I believe. So I guess this will position them. So not that big of a deal, but they don't even show how to put them on. At least that I've seen. Maybe it's in here. So I am done with 5, and I don't know what the hell they're showing here. Oh, don't put it on lumpy ground. Put it on flat ground. I do have lumpy ground here, and I'm not sure. I might just turn this damn thing. I won't have perfect sun orientation, but oh, I don't know. I can possibly move it this way a bit, but then, then I can't get through over there, except for on the hillside. I don't know. I think I'm going to leave it on lumpy ground and ignore their little X there. It's not too bad. I can put some shims under the ones down there. There's just a couple that are, it's kind of dippy right towards the very end down there. So I think that's what I'll do. So yeah, it doesn't show. What is it showing here? It's got all these circled. Oh, that's where they want you to put anchors. 6 anchors. So where is 7? It goes right to 8. Oh, so this is 7. 6, no lumpy measure. 7, put in the anchors. I'll try to get some of the ones that came with it in, but I got better anchors than that. But they just all of a sudden show those bottom ones in without showing how to do it. How fucking bizarre. Yep. Pretty crappy instructions. Unless they're showing it way back here. Yeah, you practically have to disassemble it to put stuff on. It's, you know, you put it together and then you got to go back and take everything off and slide things through, and it's quite the task. So, I don't know. I know these have to come off again to put the skin on, so I don't know if it's even worthwhile putting them on. But I'm probably going to have to wrap it up for today because it's getting late. And I need to get this place cleaned up. So I'm probably going to wrap it up, and I'll have to start again in 2 days. We're going to have 15-mile-an-hour winds tomorrow. So let me see what I can get done here. Okay, I just checked this out for north-south orientation, and it's about correct with this being south that way. I'm not sure if I want to have it like this, sideways like this. It would be perfect lengthwise, but that is east that way. Yeah, I don't know. The other ones I've seen around here have been oriented this way as well, but it would certainly be a lot better for the site if this were going north-south lengthwise. So I'm going to do a little bit of reading up on it and see if that's going to be all right. I don't see why it wouldn't be, because I'll get light in here. Well, early in the season it'll be coming in through the far end, so I guess it would get less light. But I'll read up on it and see, because this is kind of a jacked up position right here, unless I maybe put it way the hell back there, but I don't know. I got a little bit of room right where the wood pile is, but I'm going to be cutting back there this winter. And this, it kind of drops off down here. So jacked up. Or maybe at a 45-degree angle. I don't know. Let me go read up on it, and I'm not going to be able to finish it today either way. I'm going to have to get what I can done. It's going to end up being dark pretty soon, so I'll go do some reading on the subject, make a decision, and turn it accordingly. Okay, that'll about do it for today. I got the entire frame up and went and got my wife out here to help me rotate it. I did the research on it. I've researched this subject so many times. I should have just known better. But in the south, they pretty much orient it one way. In the north, they orient it another way. But that's based on growing all winter. And I don't plan on growing all winter, at least not this winter. So until I decide to do that, if I decide to do that, this will work fine. This is due north and south orientation. I'm going to be planting seedlings and stuff in March, and by that time the sun will be much higher in the sky. Right now it's, I mean, for winter the sun goes right about there, but by the time I plant it will be going right about here, so it'll get plenty of light. It'll get all it needs. And these trees are all going as well, so this is not gonna give me any shade. So it's perfect just the way it is. So now when I come back, I need to square it up, anchor it, and then add the lower bars which go on along with the skin. So there's actually quite a bit left to do, and it can't be done tomorrow because we have 15-mile-an-hour winds tomorrow. This will be fine just the way it is right now, but once the skin is on, it definitely needs to be anchored. What we did with the other one was we take these feet and use big spikes and spike the feet so we have a fairly straight row, and then do the same on the other side, and then, you know, get it all square and everything, and then skin it. They don't tell you anything about that, I don't believe, but that is how we do it, and it works pretty good. So it's all together. Oh, and it needs to be tightened down. Most of them are kind of tight, but it still needs full tightening. So that'll do it for today. Stop back. Oh, I guess in 2 days I'll be doing the rest of this whenever the weather allows me to. But I know for sure tomorrow I'll be cleaning over in the shed, putting away vineyard stuff for the most part. So stop back tomorrow and watch that. If you like the video, please subscribe to the channel. Click on the update icon if you want to receive notice when we post new videos. A thumbs up would be nice too. And have yourself a great day.